Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Be Real 100%. We're 100% real about life, and we're definitely here to talk about it. Y'all had posted this long video. It wasn't one long, but I couldn't hear myself and when I was trying to record it. So I do it over. So here we are again. Welcome back to another episode. Thank you all for coming back to listening to me and my ramblings. Y'all know I'm the pop-up queen, so I'm gonna pop up anywhere and talk about anything that comes to mind. The topic this morning that's on my that I had posted on the podcast, and again, like I said, I'm trying to bring it all together. Um, the wordings, of course, may be different, but it's all pointing back to the same thing, right? Um, so anyway, the topic today was go back and get it. Go back and get it. Which means that dream, that goal, that desire that you had posted, that you had put way back in the closet, and that bins that we always keep, that we all have, that backpack that we had that we put way back in the closet or the storage room that we have. Um, I urgently push you to go back and get it. There are some things that may have been written, the prayers that have been prayed, different things that may have been put up, that you have put up, not truly forgotten about, because if you would have forgot about it, it would have been in the trash. But it wasn't put in the trash because you know somewhere deep in your mind and your heart that you know you wanted to keep it for a reason. And this reason is for now. And so, like I was saying earlier, before I did not hear myself, um, as a little girl, right? And I usually use my own stories until I'm able to get other stories and bring it back all together. But as a little girl, um, I would write. I love to write. Even now, I love to write, so that'll never change. Um, so yeah, I had this big radio box that I had with the CD player and the cassette player and the two big old speakers. You know, the one that you can hold around, walk around the road, blast the music that you used to do back in the day. I had one of those, and I would use old cassettes that my mom have not listened to in a long time, and I would record over them. And as a little girl, after school, after eating a bowl of cereal, after watching after school cartoons because those were the best ones, right after school. In those days, I did not want to go outside, which was a lot, especially as a little girl. I didn't really go outside too much because I didn't have a whole lot of friends. I have not changed a lot yet. But I would sit in my room for hours and hours, just being lost in the music. I didn't have like a keyboard or nothing like that for the background music or whatever, but I would sit there and I would write and I would record and I would sing to the songs that I wrote. And a lot of the stuff I did lose due to bad storage insulation with the rain and all that stuff as a little girl, in the process of moving everywhere. But the ones I did find, I was able to revise it in like 2000, and then I revised it again in 2006 and 8, and all these years of journaling and writing and praying different prayers. Just looking back on like how God truly brought me through a whole lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that people don't know, and a lot of things that were just mental and in my mind. Um, that I would just clearly just write down and write it in song and write it in a prayer or write it in a journal or poetry or whatever it is. Um, Everything came out through writing pretty much. And I would go back and I would listen to it or I wouldn't listen to it, but I would read it and it would bring me to tears because I'd be like, looking at how God had brought me through all this stuff, right? And not to boast or anything like that because I'm not an advertiser. I'm not none of that. But I picked it up a couple weeks ago and I just looked again because I don't know what it is. I just started picking it up and started revising stuff again, and again like the songs and stuff. Um, and I know whatever you have put in your closet, wherever you put it at, in the back storage, in the back closet, or wherever it may be in that bins. Go get it and dust it off, because it can help encourage yourself, but it also can encourage someone else that might be going through it. We also have we have our youth, that are going through the same issues that we had. It's a little more intense because, again, the enemy is coming to steal, kill, and destroy more intense than he was back then, because he's mad. Okay, he's mad. But again, use that to help someone else, to get through to what they're going through. Even if you read over it, write it in a book, put it in a book, put all your journalings, all your prayers in a book, and just give it to someone. I'm not gonna say sell it. I'm just gonna say give it to someone because somebody might need it. You know what I mean? In their trials and in their situations that they're in. And all situations are not bad. Even if you started a business and all your journaling that you did, all the planning that you did, how you got to where you got, write all that stuff in a book so the next person in line can go back and read, okay, well, this is the steps that we can do. Even write your failures in there. Even write your doubts in there because, they don't just need to see all the hype, because if they get a downfall, they're not going to know what to do. So if you write all of those things in that journal, write things in that book, that person will be able to um, walk in those steps that you did, and then also allow God to, walk them through it as well, because you're going to write all of that in there as well. So again, all that stuff that you done had, all that stuff that you done put back on the back burner, all those recipes, all those books that you have in your mind, all those, unfinished sympathies, sympathies. How you say that word? Y'all know what I mean. Sympathies that we all have, that are unfinished, uncompleted. Um, Go back and get it. Go back and get it. Because it's needed. Okay, it is truly needed. And I don't want to harp on that too much because I just know how much is needed. We all need each other. We all need each other's stories to make it, through this journey we call life. And I just want you to go back and get it. Go back and get it and dust it off. Again, there was one episode that I put out there. Do not abort. Do not abort those dreams, those goals, and those desires that you had, because you never know how it could change the world, how it could, um, change a company or change whatever. Just even if it's one person's life, it can change. It can change everything. So again, go back and get it, dust it off, and let's go get it. Let's go get it, because it's definitely needed. And I will not tell you to do something that I'm not doing, because I'm going back and picking up those, stories that I've had in my mind for years, and I'm writing them down, write them in the book, storytelling, and then the music that I had, I'm gonna put those in the book as well, make it a story, because I can't sing no more. Well, I haven't sung in a long time, but anyway, don't plan on doing it. But again, I can write them, send them to somebody else, and let them do it. You never know. Things like that. You never know, what can happen, right? So anyway, I went again, like I said, I wouldn't tell you to do nothing I'm not doing, right? So again, y'all, this is just another encouraging video, just to go back and get it, dust it off, revise it, and do what you gotta do, right? So, again, I will be revising everything, putting everything in, YouTube form, Instagram form, my podcast form. Everything will be all coincide together, um, and that's what I'm doing. Because again, it's a therapy for me, and I appreciate everyone who has supported me and walked with me through this journey. Um, Even the ones who haven't figured it out yet, I appreciate you coming and finding me and listening to my ramblings. But again, this is your girl Shine. Well, let's be real 100%, and we'll come back at you again with another episode later. Bye.